Good morning. Good morning. It's a great morning today. I mean, good morning, Miss Elizabeth. It's not such a great morning just because you get to see my shining, smiley face, but because we're back on our main Facebook page. It's back. It's been like a month and a half or so, but we're here. So, welcome back. I actually had no plans on going live this morning because I have lots to do and I had nothing to talk about, truthfully. And then I saw that our Facebook page came back, so I thought, what the heck? I might as well get on here and at least say good morning. I'd kind of like to go through the inventory and show some stuff, but I don't want to get our brand new page, or not our brand new page, but our newly released from Facebook jail page banned on hour one of being back up and running. So here we are. Don Fitz, yo. I kind of want to show, I don't know, share it to other pages. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so hopefully, I just recently, we've been asking for people, because we didn't think this was coming back anytime soon, so we were asking for people to like and share our backup page, because this one we weren't getting any sort of response from the Facetubes, but they responded, and we're back, at least momentarily. So you should like both pages or follow. I honestly don't know what the difference is. I saw the other day, I was trying to see if our little push to get people to like the new page was effective or not, and it was just showing that some people liked it and some people followed it. I don't really know what the difference is. Jeffrey Alley, good morning. And it's a pleasure to be able to hear me. Oh, that was weird. I tried to share a story from the last live that Vin and I did, and I just kept thinking that my screen wasn't working because I was trying to hit the volume button and nothing was happening. But several people told me they couldn't hear it either, so I'll blame it on Facebook. Man, look at all the people that are showing up. I'm upset that I don't have much to talk about this morning. So what do you guys need to know? If you have questions, ask them. What's new? I did break the internet. If there's anything that I am good at, breaking stuff is definitely one of them. I love to see it. I keep seeing all these things popping up in the corner of the screen about people tuning in and watching and stuff. Please give a thumbs up, or I don't care, a thumbs down. I don't care. Do something so that at least there's some interaction on the video, and maybe that'll get more people to realize that it's out in the open. Oh, Red Dot class. Great idea, Elizabeth. Great idea. So you may have heard us talking, if you liked the other page, about a new class coming up, which is the Red Dot Fundamentals class. Red Dot Fundamentals class. It's live. It's launched, but only about 80%. Jason, good freaking day to you, sir. It's been a long time. Monroe, good morning. Clyde says Facebook sucks. Facebook new. This is the old page. Clyde, this is the old page. It just got turned back on 30 minutes ago. So our backup page is the Range STL. Has our Range logo with American flag in it. That's the backup page. This is the main page. So anyway, new class, the Red Dot Fundamentals course. It's about 80% live. You can't find it on the Facebook page, on the website yet. Hopefully that'll be early to the end of next week. When Charles gets back from vacation, we'll be able to get all that finished up. But if you want to sign up for it, you can just send an email to training. We can send you a different link to sign up for the class. We have a couple of them on the books. Basically, the way this one works is this class is a after Defensive Handgun 1 course. So you already know how to draw a gun from a holster safely. More importantly, know how to holster a gun safely. Just send it. Perfect. And we're going to get into the specifics of dots, presentation, cleaning up your draw, making you much more efficient on your draw, and using the dot as a diagnostic tool essentially for your grip to see, where your deficiencies are. And it's going to be a fair amount of shooting, and it's going to be a fair amount frustrating if you're newer to the dot. It's going to be great. So basically the way we did this is we created an 8-hour course, okay? Most people, and I'm happy to hear differently, whether here or through training. Years ago, we used to do 8-hour courses, and we could not get people to sign up for them. People were just, and when they did, they said, I can't be there a full 8 hours. I gotta pick up my kids from school, or I gotta drop them off at camp, or I gotta go make dinner, whatever it is. Which is just crazy to me, because if I go take a class, it's between 8 and 10 hours. If it's a one-day class, it's usually going to be a 2 or 3 day class. Anyway, people complain about it all the time, and I get it. Everybody's lives are busy, and for me, this is a job. For you, this is a hobby. For most of you, some of you, this is a job too. But and to spend a full 8 hours here can be tough. And if you figure if the class is 8 hours, you're here a little bit before, you're here a little bit after, talking with people, and so you end up spending 9-ish hours here. I get it. So what we did is we took this full 8-hour course and we split it up into 2 5-hour courses. 5 plus 5 is 8. No, 5 plus 5 is 10. So you actually get a little bit more shooting. We run the same amount of drills, but you get the same amount of shooting. For the moment, what we're doing is just releasing part 1 and part 2. We might call them A and B. I don't know all that exactly yet. For right now, they're called part 1 and part 2. It is part 1 and part 2 of a full 8-hour course. So, when you take the smaller courses, you will get a little bit more repetition in, which I think is important. The full-blown 8-hour course, we are submitting to post to get post approval. So if you're in law enforcement and need post hours, or maybe you're a department that allows your officers to carry a gun with a dot, but they need some training, you can do all that. Yes, Ryan says, should you have a dot before you sign up? Absolutely. You should have a dot. That is one of the requirements. You have a handgun with a dot mounted. Please do not show up with a gun in your box and a red dot in a box. Or a green dot. Yes, Don Fitz, you can use a green dot. Mr. Workman, good morning. I really don't know why people watch without Liz here, but they are today because we're back on our main page. This is exciting. Liz is on vacation. She'll be back. Well, she'll be back to work tomorrow. She'll be back to work tomorrow. Her and I hopefully will go live on Monday. And as long as I don't get the page shut down between now and Monday morning, we'll be on this page. Don Fitz says, mounted properly. Yes. Let's talk about that a little bit. Okay. So you come up and you buy a new gun and you buy a dot, and if you buy your gun here and your dot here, we will install it for free and we will mount it properly. Okay. Don't try to show up, let's just say the class is at noon and you want to show up at 10 o'clock in the morning and get your dot mounted on your gun. Don't do that, because they should have Loctite on them, needs to dry, all that kind of stuff. Sorry, I got squirreled. Ryan says you can see Liz on the safety video next to the register. Yes, so you can get all the Liz you want, just standing next to the cash register up here. So you need time for Loctite to set. Some optics can be mounted on some guns directly. Some optics on some guns require mounting plates. You got to have the right plate for the right gun and the right dot with the right size screws and the right thread pitch and all that jazz. Okay, it's got to be done correctly. Now, Workman says and zeroed. Yes, hopefully, but we're going to check that. That's part of the shooting process in part 1 of the class is zeroing. Because we're going to talk about different zero options as far as distances and preferences, what our preference is. If you have your own preference, that's fine. We're going to let you shoot your gun, make adjustments. I will tell you that if you are struggling, if you're aiming at a spot on your target, Winchester White Box is finally good for something. You're aiming at a spot on your target, and you're hitting way down here, and then way up here, and then over here, and then you put one in the middle. That one in the middle doesn't mean you're good, okay? Don't go adjusting your zero. We're just gonna shoot the gun and make some adjustments on it, okay? We like a 10-yard zero. We can talk about that in the class, pros and cons and so forth. It's gonna be great. It's really about finding the dot quickly, and being able to self-diagnose issues you have. We're going to start ramping up the speed. Just like we do in Defensive 1, we start ramping up the speed of shooting. I just freaking love seeing all these people pop up on the top of the screen. This is so cool. And a red dot is really, really good for helping you understand that, you know, where your deficiencies are. And most importantly, you can take the information you get from the class and come up with solutions rather than just knowing you have a problem. Yeah, I always do this. Well, you got to know how to fix it. So that's what we're going to help you do in that class. So sign up for it. How? You either got to come in, which we're going to talk about this morning in our meeting, because not everybody in here even knows yet that the class is active. Oh, Mike Odell, good morning. I am so sad I didn't get to chat with you last weekend when you were here. Anyway, lost my train of thought. I saw Mike Odell and I got distracted. Let's just talk about aging eyes. Oh, deficiencies, how to fix them, so forth. Aging eyes. That's actually a great reason to transition to the dot. I mean, within reason, obviously. Because our focal focus changes, where we want to focus our attention changes with a dot, it's easier. And you have this big glowing orb in front of your eyes, you know, red or green or gold or whatever color you prefer, that you just put on the target. Your dot moves all over the target. Well, that's okay, as long as you know when to pull the trigger and how to pull the trigger, and you're good. And do that. Uh-oh. Well, you come. Hold on, I gotta hit the C more. Yeah. So Mike says, I saw you over there, knew you were busy. I really wanted to come by and say both days, Friday and Saturday. Friday I'm usually off, but I was here I guess because I just got back from vacation. So I was in here that day, and then Saturday I thought, well, I'm gonna have time to go over and chat. It was bonkers. Bonkers is good, but chatting with friends I don't get to see all the time is gooder, and I screwed that up, so I apologize. If you want to take the class, like I said, if you come in here and ask about it, some of the folks might be like, what class? What is that? I'm going to talk about in the meeting today. We're going to hopefully start getting the word out here soon. It will be on the website sometime soon. Not today, probably not first part of next week, maybe middle to the end of next week, maybe. If you want to sign up for it online, from home, shoot an email to training@therangestl.com and we can send you a link to the classes. Sign up. Get in one of the early ones. Sign up, come out, have some fun with us, learn. That's what this is about, is learning. And then I think I mentioned already, I may have just thought about it and not talked about it, I don't know, but the full 8-hour course is not post approved right now, but we are submitting it to post. It will be post approved, I'm sure, before too long. So that's something that we can take to departments, and something that departments can come here and take. Yes, DonFits, it is in Access, so you can just search for it. We might offer it as an open enrollment course here as well for somebody who just wants to do an 8-hour course, and maybe see how it goes. I don't know. I don't know if we'll do that or not. I'm not sure how I feel about that just yet. But that's exciting that we have the new class. It's going to be difficult because it's a lot of newness to people, but it's going to be awesome. But I'm almost more excited about the fact that our Facebook page is back. So cool. For that class, I think right now we're going to say 300-ish rounds per class. That's probably going to be on the high side. You probably will not go through that much, especially in the first one. But I'd rather have people show up with more ammo, especially while we're kind of trying to figure out exactly, how the round counts go and time and all that stuff. DonFits, I am giddy. It's weird. So I'd say 300 rounds per. Again, prereq is going to be that you've taken our defensive handgun 1, or that you can prove to us somehow, some way that you are efficient. Not worry about efficiency yet. Safe at getting your gun out of the holster, presenting the gun, and reholstering, and just basic manipulations of the gun. So this is not designed to be the class for the person who just bought their very first gun, has not shot much, and has a gun with a dot on it. Best option for that is to just take a basic pistol class, even though it's not dot specific, that's okay, or get into a private lesson. If you have questions about dots, what dots do what, and this sort of thing, and what's best for this and that, just stop in and chat with anybody behind the counter. Most good portion of everybody here runs dots, and obviously we all have our own opinions on what we prefer: circles, dots, dot sizes, dot colors, battery life, and so on. Ask the questions. There's a lot of options. Here's a couple of key pieces of advice that I will give for red dot equipped handguns. They need to be mounted correctly because they will fly off. I have seen a bunch fly off. Elizabeth has seen one fly off right between her eyes. Right after it got mounted at another shop. Regardless, dot flew off while she was shooting. And unfortunately, it's not that uncommon to see that happen. Battery life, color of the dots can be important for me. I have some color blindness issues. I prefer green. I can use red. I have red on a couple of guns. I prefer green, especially if I'm shooting outside. Green, I can pick it up much better. Interestingly enough, and I think I've mentioned this before, that two of my sons are colorblind, and both of them see red dots as green, which is just weird. So if you're an eye doctor, I need to understand how that works. It's a red light emitting diode that they see as green. So I don't understand it, but that's it. Exciting stuff. It really is. It's going to be a fantastic class. You will not be disappointed, as with any of our classes. As always, if you have questions about any courses or private lessons or anything like that, just shoot us an email, training@therangestl.com. If you have general gun questions or inventory or whatever questions, just send either a Facebook message or an email to info@therangestl.com, and we'll help you however we can. So I'm going to go get back to work. You guys have a super awesome day. I mean, we just made it awesomer because you got to see us on our real Facebook page again. You guys stay safe. Well, hold on. Hours, because if I don't say it, you guys don't know what they are. 14803 Manchester Road in beautiful Baldwin, Missouri. 10 to 8 Monday through Friday, Saturday 9 to 6, Sunday 10 to 6. If you need something, come see us. If you just want a cup of coffee, come see us. Hang out with us. Ask all the questions. You guys stay safe. Be nice to one another, and we'll catch you soon. Later.